We tend to think of cancer as this modern disease, right? A tragic flaw in our contemporary world. But what if its story isn't new at all? What if it's an ancient adversary with roots that stretch back thousands of years, written into our very biology? And hey, that's not just a metaphor. This battle is literally as old as the pyramids, and the blueprint for it is written in the language of our own DNA. So, to really understand how we can win this fight today, we first have to understand where it all began. All right, so our journey begins not in some high-tech lab, but way back in the distant past. This is truly an ancient human story. I mean, just look at this timeline. It shows this incredible journey of discovery. For thousands of years, all we saw were the effects, actual tumors found in ancient Egyptian mummies. They were so mysterious that the Greek physician Hippocrates could only describe what they looked like. He called them karkinos, or crab, because of their claw-like spread. And for centuries, that was pretty much all we knew. Then, bam, a revolution in the 1800s. We discover the cell, and suddenly we realize the battle starts inside us. But the real game changer came in the 1970s, when we finally identified the internal saboteurs, specific genes called oncogenes. And that genetic discovery, well, that takes us right to the heart of the matter. See, at its core, cancer is a rebellion. It's what happens when our own cells go rogue. So let's talk about the rules they're supposed to follow. Think about it for a second. You have trillions of cells in your body, and they're all constantly cooperating. They follow three simple golden rules. Rule 1, grow only when you're needed. Rule 2, do your specific job, whatever it is. And Rule 3, which is absolutely critical, die when your time is up to make way for new healthy cells. It's a beautiful, balanced system. But cancer cells, they are total outlaws. They break every single one of those rules. They grow uncontrollably, they completely abandon their jobs, and they refuse to die. They are rebels that create absolute chaos within the perfect harmony of the body. So what causes a good cell to go rogue in the first place? A mutation. Okay, get this. Every time one of your cells divides, it has to copy 3 billion letters of DNA. Imagine trying to type out an entire library without a single typo. It's amazing. And usually our bodies have repair systems for those little typos, but sometimes they fail. Things like tobacco smoke or UV radiation, they definitely accelerate these errors, but you know what? Sometimes it's just bad luck. And this is how a local problem can become a full-blown crisis. It all starts with that unchecked growth, right? The damaged cells multiply and form a tumor. But then, the tumor does something really sinister. It's called angiogenesis. It actually hijacks the body's systems to build its own blood vessels to feed itself. And the final, most dangerous step? Metastasis. This is when cancer cells break away, traveling through the bloodstream to set up new colonies in other parts of the body. And that's when this disease becomes so incredibly difficult to fight. And it's so crucial to remember that cancer isn't just one disease. Not at all. It's a whole category of them. The type, like carcinoma or sarcoma, simply tells you where the rebellion began, whether it was in the skin, in a bone, or in the blood. Each one has a different playbook, which is exactly why a one-size-fits-all treatment will just never work. But here's the hopeful part. For every clever tactic that cancer has, science is developing an even cleverer countermove. This brings us to the incredible battle happening inside the body and how we're learning to tip the scales. It is without a doubt a biological arms race. Think of our immune system as an elite police force, constantly on patrol, looking for rogue cells. But cancer is the ultimate spy. As you can see here, it learns to wear a perfect disguise, tricking the patrols into thinking it's a healthy cell. It even masters counterintelligence, sending out false signals to shut down the entire immune alarm system. This is where modern medicine gets to be the hero. So if cancer is a spy, immunotherapy is like the counteragent that rips off its disguise, exposing it to our immune system. If a cancer is driven by one specific rogue gene, targeted drugs act like sniper rifles, taking out that single driver without a ton of collateral damage. And now, with mRNA technology, yep, the same tech from the COVID vaccines, we can create custom wanted posters that train a patient's immune system to hunt down their unique cancer. We are really learning to fight this disease with incredible precision. All this science is absolutely incredible, but the biggest breakthroughs, well, they may not happen in a lab at all. They might just happen in our daily lives. So after we've talked about all of this amazing high-tech science, it turns out the single most powerful weapon in this fight, it might be something else entirely. It's prevention. It's about stopping cancer before it ever gets a chance to start. And this really highlights the scale of that power. Nearly half of all cancer cases are considered preventable. Just think about that for a second. Almost half. That is an astonishing amount of control we can potentially have over our own health. So what does this toolkit actually contain? Well, as you can see, it's not about radical, impossible changes. It's the fundamentals we all know. Avoiding tobacco, eating well, staying active, protecting your skin. It's using vaccines that prevent cancer-causing viruses like HPV. And maybe, just maybe, most importantly, it's using the screening tools we already have. Because when it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Period. And this really gets to the heart of the matter. The breakthroughs in the lab are astonishing, for sure, but they're only one part of the equation. Our own awareness, our own actions are just as vital as any new innovation. In this fight, knowledge is truly a powerful form of medicine. And the future of prevention is already arriving. Today, AI is helping doctors spot tumors earlier than ever, while simple blood tests called liquid biopsies can detect the faint whispers of cancer DNA. Soon, we'll likely have home-based kits to understand our personal genetic risk. And looking out on the horizon is the ultimate goal: routine vaccines to prevent cancer from ever taking hold in high-risk groups. But, the most advanced technology in the world is useless if people can't get to it. And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most important question. The next great challenge isn't just scientific, it's human. How do we make sure that these incredible tools, everything from basic prevention to advanced treatments, can reach every single person in every community all over the world? Answering that question, well, that's what will define the next chapter of this ancient story.